1002, 1003, 1004. Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting company. Today's talk is all about muscles. Should we go and have a look at them? Admire the gun show. So, as you can see, my skill is not in doing visual stuff. That's my wife's job. But I'll point out what this says here. So we have muscle fibres. Picture a muscle. Type 1, type 2A, type 2B, slow and fast. So type 1 are a slow muscle, type 2 divided into A and B are fast, type 1s fatigue slowly, type 2s fatigue quickly, and type 1s are man more in marathon runners. Sprinters, you want to have more type 2As, and if you're doing a fast sprint like a 100-metre sprint, then you need type 2Bs predominantly. So let's go a few bicep curls. Lovely bicep curls. So I'll put this down. So welcome to the next video in the series, along with UK Club Sport. We're talking today about muscles. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to chat to you is to not be negative about running. I've had quite a few comments with people thinking that what I'm actually doing is dissing runners, and whilst I don't understand running at all, I'm just not built for running unless it's to last orders at the pub or because I need to catch the train or something. I appreciate people enjoy it, and if you enjoy it, you know, I've always said, great, enjoy it, do what's good for you, fantastic. But if you are a rider, and this is particularly for those people who are subscribers to UK Club Sport magazine, motorbike riders, I just want you to have a think about what you're doing. I see a lot of people who are doing lots of what we call steady state cardio. So they're on a bike, or they're on a treadmill, or they're on a rower, and they're not really undulating the tempo. They're maybe doing 40 or 50 minutes of rowing at a steady pace because they know it'll burn a lot of calories and get them fit and work on their aerobic capacity. The problem with that is that all you're really kind of training are your type 1 fibres. So you're training, yeah, you're improving your aerobic capacity, fantastic. But if that's all you do, then you are going to make these fibres predominate in your body. Which again, if what you want to do is run a marathon, if you want to do that steady state cardio event, fantastic, you need to be doing type 1. But riding a motorbike, even the 125, is not something that if you do competitively, you want to be having slow, low endurance muscle fibres. You want to really predominate, in my opinion, the type 2As. So these are ones where you will be able to control the deceleration, the acceleration of the bike, changes in direction without becoming fatigued. And yes, of course, you're going to need some type 2B, some type 2A, some type 1. I'm just suggesting that you change the spread. Don't be so far over here on the type 1s that your endurance ability is fantastic, but your ability to wrestle the bike, to control the bike, to be able to control yourself when, as I say, you're accelerating hard or decelerating hard or changing direction, you're losing that. And in fact, one of the things, in my opinion, that leads to is the condition called arm pump. I think that people who spend too much time over here working on their cardiovascular and endurance actually lack the physical control in their arms to be able to control the bike. They have to use extra effort, the blood pressure goes up, they start to raise their shoulders because they're having to use more strength. They can't, to use more extra strength. They can't just use that sort of natural strength in their body. They haven't got enough of this. So although they've got lots of potentially endurance muscle fibres, they're actually not having the strength to control the bike, causes arm pump. But again, that's something I'm going to come to in another video. Type 2Bs, yeah, probably if you were going to be, I don't know, doing literally a sprint race, maybe 1 or 2 laps, that might be sufficient. But I would still say that the fibres you want to be working on your type 2As. So, and again, this is just a general piece of advice. I would be suggesting that you look at doing more weights-based exercise. As you can see, here we are inside a power lifting frame. Focus on your 3 main lifts, which are squat, bench press and deadlift. Look at doing them in such a way that you're maybe working on 5 sets of 5 for each of them, for example, where you're working at a percentage of effort, which is probably 7 out of 10 effort for you, number of repetitions between 5 and 10, number of sets between 5 and again 10, depending on the weights you're using. Do those really pretty much as your staple, and then add other stuff like pull-ups, like biceps, triceps, like doing some tank, like some sled pushes and pulls, do some battle ropes, do, you know, some high intensity interval training on a bike, and maybe 1 day a week go for a run or go for a long bike ride. But I think try and avoid using that as your only way of improving your cardiovascular fitness and your only way of losing weight. And I know a lot of you guys are concerned about, well, if I get too big and bulky, am I going to create too much mass, that's going to mean that I'm going to slow down? Well, I would argue if you have a little bit more mass, and again, I'm not asking you to be turned into bodybuilders or powerlifters, but if you have that little bit of extra mass that gives you a little bit more muscular control, I would argue you'll feel more relaxed on the bike, you'll be able to control it better, you'll probably be able to accelerate and decelerate quicker and harder because you have got more muscle mass. That'll actually make you a faster rider. So, again, takeaway, thoughts, I'm not negging on running. I just think that if you want to be a motorbike rider competitively, whether that's short circuit or on the roads, try and avoid using steady state cardiovascular exercise as your sole way of getting fit. Find a personal trainer that you trust that will be able to understand your specific needs. You're always welcome to contact me at ITRM Clinic, and I can sort of point you in the right direction or give you some pointers. Obviously I can't answer everybody's questions directly, but we do our very best. But have a think. Try not to be a marathon runner. Again, you'll find that all of these muscle fibres, they can change. You can alter your levels, but the one you want to be looking at is type 2A. So these are fatigue moderately, and they're good for sort of a 400 to 800 metre sprint. Remember that when you're riding a bike, you're never going in the same direction for that long. There'll always be subtle changes of direction, and that's why I'd encourage you to think about promoting your type 2A fibres. Now with that in mind, I think I'm done. I'm just going to go back to doing my bicep curls. So allow me to pick up this weight. 1005, 1006. Oh, that's a deep burn. A really deep burn. Nice.